Hey everybody, welcome to Snow Talk, a special edition tonight. Wave 3 News meteorologist Brian Good here, filling in for Andy. And thanks for being patient with me. I know it's a little late here getting this out, but I wanted to get all the data I possibly could before issuing the blog. And a lot of you are blowing up my Twitter feed right now. If you haven't noticed, by the way, our Facebook page is now into alert mode. Only the second time this season we've done that, or the last time was in November. So, all right, let's talk about the cold weather, and now I'm going to give you, I promise, some of the latest here of what's happening with the snow chance. Right now, the cold weather by far is the big story. It's 16 outside, 10 already in Seymour, 10 into Salem. You factor in the wind, it feels like one lonely degree outside and below zero pretty much elsewhere along the north of I-64. We still have the wind chill advisory in effect. Southern Indiana, including Salem, Clarksville, Madison, Seymour, North Vernon, Carrollton, LaGrange, Shelbyville, Eminence, all into this wind chill advisory until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. You guys are most at risk to hit 10 below zero for a wind chill over the next 12 hours. The rest of us won't be far from that, but the criteria for the Weather Service is set in stone based on those values, and that's the reason why. All right. Now, a lot of you know already, we have the Winter Storm Watch that is in effect. It does include one of our counties right here at the bottom. That would be Adair County. This is for Sunday night into Monday. Look at the rest, though, of the Mid-South here that has these winter storm watches in effect. The whole state of Arkansas and the whole state of Tennessee is included in that. And Atlanta, Georgia, where they've already closed schools, by the way, in Atlanta for Monday, just with the watch being in effect. This is a winter weather advisory in Missouri. Now, I will say, based on recent data, I think it's very likely to see this watch go more north, and it could go as far north as Louisville. Let me explain why. When I go to the wider view, excuse me, we have been talking about two pieces of energy, for the most part, that are coming down the Rockies and how they're interacting with the moisture of the subtropical jet. All right, here is the first one now, moving over Billings, Montana. This is the one that will really begin to crank up here and track to the east as we head into Monday and Tuesday. At the same time, there's going to be a strong Arctic high here to the north. As that high is building in behind the snow potential here Sunday and Monday, another piece of energy is going to dive down, and this is the one that should absorb this cutoff low in western Mexico. I still do not see a lot of great evidence on how this is going to work out when these two meet up, because at that point, this high may be so strong that it's going to have no choice but to go around it instead of north and east. So, I don't think it's going to go offshore like the models had a couple days ago. Now they're trending a little more inland with this. And that trend inland may continue a little more, but I don't think it's going to go dramatically much more to the north. I think it's going to run out of room because the high is so strong. So there is still a chance that in the middle of the week there could be another round of light snow for southern Kentucky. I don't know how far north that'll get. But that is something we're watching. So it's a two-pronged deal. It is worth mentioning, though, that on the base of the high, there's also going to be a weak little clipper that'll kind of join in on the fun. While this thing's kind of figuring itself out in the Gulf states, there's going to be a weak little wave that could give us snow even in Indiana and northern Kentucky, despite whatever happens here to the system in the southeast. So there's several chances for snow. There's a lot of movement going on this week with the Arctic air at play. And then next weekend, we have another southern system coming our way, which we'll deal with later. So obviously, the first thing is going to be what's going to happen Sunday night and Monday. So let me show you the model outputs. This is not our forecast. I want to stress that. I'm showing you the model details. I don't like to do this too far in advance, but we're within 24 hours of it starting, so I think it's fair to show these now. Here's the NAM. This is not the new NAM. The new NAM is substantially higher and further north with some of these totals. So just kind of give you an idea, though, what it did have on its last run and where it's heading to by going north. Here is the latest NAM that on the plot, on the model, it pretty much brought the heaviest of snowfall in this zone through here. As you can see, it is trending slightly more to the north now for that snow band into more of Indiana and central Kentucky. So it'll be interesting to see what the Weather Service does with this piece of data. It's only one piece for now. There's another piece I'll show you in a second that is gaining support. All right, here is the new RPM. This just came in actually a few moments ago. So this is the first time I'm seeing this. Wow, that's impressive. RPM models given a foot of snow for southern Kentucky, a half a foot locally. Boy, this could get interesting, guys. I'm excited about it. Hope you are. GFS, the new one hasn't come in yet. This is the old one. But even for the GFS, which usually is kind of wimpy on snow far out, this is not a bad look to the GFS. And the European model is very similar to the RPM you just saw, and likely look similar to what has shown there on the NAM. So there's a lot of good agreement here that this could become a snowstorm for Kentucky. Now we got to figure out how much and where. And that's going to be always a challenge around here, but that's going to be our main goal now in the next 24 hours, as long as the models hold course of what they're giving us here at this late hour. Here's the SREF model. These are different opinions the SREF has of snow potential amounts. You can't see it. This is the old run, but the old run, what we will look at on this is the black line, because that is the average of everything, and that's a safe bet to look at for this particular model. The old run average was just above 2 inches. And then the new one just came in. Now you look at the black line, and the average now for the black line is just above 5 inches, and it actually goes more than 20 with a couple of the members. That's quite extreme. But it is giving us a healthy snow event, a winter storm potential by all means, even here into Louisville. Here's the one caveat, though, we got to watch. Dry air. Our dew points are low. This is a fairly saturated sounding from the NAM. But see, the lines are still got a gap between them here. They're not right up on each other. That's when you want them to be really close together to be fully saturated. And there's still a gap. So the question is that really going to happen? Are we going to see some dry air get involved? If so, the models do not see that well on snow totals, and the totals could end up being lower because you'll see the radar light up like crazy, but then not much falls from the sky, especially on the northern fringe of the storm system. So there's a chance some of you could get shafted on this because of that dry air. That is the one caveat and disclaimer I will issue about this that we've got to be careful on and track as we get into the event. So despite all these crazy totals you're seeing, we've got to urge some caution because the meteorological setup does have some, I guess, bumps in the road that could flaw the system somewhat when it comes to snow totals. So just be careful. It's fun to get excited. I'm excited too. I love snow. And this is a very promising event for us, the way it's looking on the evening trends. But we still have a good 24 hours of to get through here, and we've seen things change, even in that short amount of time. Could it even go higher? Yeah, of course it can, but it could also go the other way. So, given all that, I am going to leave it right now at 4 Twix bars for this event. Last time, if I was going to go higher, I think I jinxed it. So, tonight I'm going to play it safe and just say 4. All right. Half a Twix bar for all these little weak systems for the rest of the week, and then next weekend, a full Twix bar. All right. I'm going to issue our snow map. I'm going to put all this thought process together. I'm going to draw up a map, and I'm going to reveal that tonight on the 11 o'clock news because I haven't started it yet. I got an hour to do it. So I'm going to start that process, so make sure to watch tonight at 11 o'clock, and I'll give you our first thoughts. And Ryan will have much more, of course, tomorrow morning on Sunrise and again tomorrow evening. So hang on, snow lovers. Hang on tight. All right? I know you're excited, but let's hope this doesn't go away from us. Stay tuned.